Beautiful. Thank you, Alastair. Let's give a little warm welcome to our song leader for today, Alastair Moock. That's gorgeous. Bit of guitar there as an intro. Thank you, Alastair. So Alastair is a singer-songwriter and activist extraordinaire based in Boston, Massachusetts. And we're going to hear a little bit more about your practice, background and work very soon. How are you doing today, Alastair?
I'm well, thank you, Liz.
Good. Great
Good
to
to be
meet you.
here.
Great to be with you. I'm looking forward to singing with you.
Yeah,
Without further ado, shall we get stuck into our first song?
sure. Well, I'm doing a song today by Tom Prasada-Rao called $20 Bill. It's well known in our community. I've never performed it or played it, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately for Black History Month and for all our recent events in America. It doesn't have a chorus, but for a $20 bill is the repeating part. Some people die for honor. Some people die for love. Some people die while singing to the heavens above. Some people die believing in the cross on Calvary Hill. And some people die in the blink of an eye for a $20 bill. Some people go out in glory with the wind at their back. Some get to tell their own story, write their own epitaph. Sometimes you see it coming. Sometimes you don't know until you run out of breath with a knee on your neck for a $20 bill. Oh, brother, I never knew you. And now I never will. But I'll make this promise to you. I'll remember you still. Come drink, let this be our communion. Let us break the bread. Do this in remembrance, like the good book said. Sometimes the wine is a sacrament. Sometimes the blood is just spilled. Sometimes the law is the devil's last straw. The future unfulfilled, like the dream they killed for a $20 bill.
Wow. Thank you so much, Alastair. Just letting that land. I can see someone with their hand on their heart, and I feel called to join you in that. Just the the weight, but also the comfort of that song, as much as it has major sadness and grief. There's something about sharing these things, isn't there, together, that is really important, and to remember that we're not alone in that sadness and acknowledgement of the madness that the world can bring.
Indeed.
Before I come to you, Alastair, I just want to name that we are on day 2138 of the Daily Antidote today. I forgot to say hello to our lovely live stream people, so can we just all give them a little wave? My name is Liz Ikamba. I'm coming to you from Wales in the UK, and so lovely to be hosting for you again today. Thank you, Alastair, so much for this song. And I believe there's some links in the chat from a time when it was shared on the Daily Antidote previously by, is it a friend of yours, Tom Prasada-Rao?
Well, yeah. I mean, Tom is very beloved in our circles. He wrote the song, I think, the night after George Floyd, so the immediacy of the song. And Tom himself was fighting cancer and descending from his treatment, so he was very crippled when he wrote and sang it, which only added to the power of it. I think in the state of mind he was in, while many people's instinct was to go hard and go towards anger, which is certainly understandable, his instinct was to go towards tenderness and to focus on the victim. And it's that line, it's that use of the word brother, oh brother, I never knew you, that really, it's the part that always sticks out to me, because it just, it reflects the humanity of what state violence is killing.
Absolutely, yeah, and it brings me to that phrase, what is it? A stranger is just another friend you haven't met yet. Something like that. I don't even know who said that, but I've heard it many times or something of the like before. And it's true. We're all mirrors for each other, aren't we? However different we might look or seem on the external. So I love that. I love that you've brought that to us today. Tell us a little bit more about your activism and practice and passion.
Sure. Well, my main focus these days for the last 5 years is an organization I co-founded called the Opening Doors Project. It grew out of work that Reggie Harris and I began together. We created a school program called Race and Song to talk about identity. It was our response to George Floyd's murder. But that has kind of developed over 5 years into a whole organization. So we now have a roster of musicians that are teaching in schools. We do community concerts. And we're pretty busy this month in Black History Month. Oh, great. I see some links are there. I'm gonna share my screen just quickly to show folks. This is the home page, or this is the concert page for our Opening Doors project. And this is our season of shows. We've done several already, including the Indigenous Peoples concert and a concert on MLK Day. Coming up on Friday, this Friday, February 13th in Lexington, Mass, I'll be hosting my friend Kemp Harris, who's a fantastic singer-songwriter who I was kind of amazed has not been on Daily Antidote. So Joe and I put our heads together, and I'm going to actually be hosting Kemp in this space next on the 19th. So I'll be here with Kemp on February 19th, but if you are in the Boston area, come see us. It's a free show, February 13th, or you can also stream it online. So go to the openingdoorsproject.org concert page. And then in 2 weeks, on February 27th, I'll be hosting Reggie Harris and Reggie Gibson, who's new to our series. Reggie Gibson is the poet laureate of Massachusetts, incredibly powerful storyteller in a different medium. Yeah, here are our concert posters. So come join us.
Fabulous.
That's
So
what I've been
those-
up to, Liz.
Yeah, it sounds. I mean, I know what it takes to coordinate events, and yeah, it sounds like you've got a handful there.
Handful, yeah.
So all of these are online events.
Uh, the one with Camp Harris is online. The one with the two Reggies is not. But I
Okay.
think Joe said we're going to make that Friday one a meetup. Yeah, Joe.
Absolutely. Let's all go to Alastair's virtual event on Friday, the 13th. We'll meet Kemp. We'll get to hear more from Alastair. It'll be a great place to be in community, thinking about resistance, about Black history. And thank you, Alastair, so much for all your work. Back to you guys.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joe.
Fabulous. So that's Friday the 13th. That's this Friday is going to be a daily antidote meetup for the event. And you've got links there as well. Yeah, and I look forward to checking out Open Doors as well. It looks like you've been doing some fantastic work there over the last 5 years. Shall we do another song together?
Yeah, I thought in light of the heaviness of that song, I would go the other way. Coming up on Valentine's Day, I'm in my full Woody regalia here, my T-shirt. I got my poster behind me, and one of the many different hats I wear to cover my balding head is working with kids. I'm doing a lot of school work these days, and in Opening Doors, we are with primary elementary school kids and middle school and high school, but I'm also doing a lot of stuff with preschool kids, and I love the fact that Woody Guthrie threads through all of that. And the thing that Woody and Pete and so many of the others, Leadbelly, always remembered that joy is an important part of resistance. In fact, it's a critical part. We can't wallow, and we need to hold on to joy. So here's a joyful song for Valentine's Day. I'll show you how we do it with the kids. Go. I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. Here we go. I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. I'm gonna tie me up in red strings. I'm gonna tie blue ribbons too. Then I'm gonna climb up in my mailbox. I'm gonna mail myself to you. Because I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. When you see me in your mailbox, cut those strings and let me out. Wash the glue off of my fingers and put some bubble gum in my mouth. Because I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. Take me out of my wrapping paper. Wash those stamps off of my head. Fill me full of ice cream sodas. Tuck me in my nice warm bed. Because I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. We'll break it down. Here we go. I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. I'm gonna stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much. It's so lovely and energizing. It's so nice to see everybody getting into the actions there as well. Lucky kids who have got you singing for them, Alastair, and playing for them. with them, should I say?
Yeah, lucky them, lucky me.
Yeah.
I want to acknowledge Athena's comment. Let's not use the word crippled. Thank you for catching me. That was a fault, and we all are continuing to learn. I appreciate the education.
Yes.
Yes, playing with kids is one of the great things in my life, and I notice how much my mood changes when I'm not teaching over the summer.
Yeah,
So
they give
yeah.
a lot of energy, isn't it?
Yeah, and just unconditional affection. I'm not a classroom teacher, so I call myself an educational tourist. I get to come in, do the fun part, and leave. I know I have total respect for actual teachers, but because I'm there for the fun part with the little guys, I get a lot of positive reinforcement.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so lovely. That's so lovely. Um, so tell us, is there anything else that you've got coming up that you want to tell us about? Do you do recorded music as well, or is it mainly live events and community events?
Yeah, I've put out 10 albums over the course of 25, 30 years now. But it's been a while. Five of those were albums for families. And these days I'm back to focusing on this community work and my own singer-songwriter stuff. So yeah, I have actual some of my own shows coming up, which is always a nice change of pace these
Fabulous.
days.
Yeah,
But not
it's funny how
until,
you leave that until afterwards to mention your own stuff, isn't it?
yeah.
Come on, let's hear about it. Where can we find it? Where are the links?
Pamela Means and Pamela Means, who's probably been on here, who's another fantastic activist songwriter. She and I'll be up in Vermont next month, and around Boston, I have shows coming up in June at the Burn, and I do my annual big collective show every November. We'll do 2 nights this year of what I call Pastures of Plenty at Club Passim. Um, and there are some great musicians involved in that
You
too.
say that's a collective event, so you get quite a big collective of artists together for that.
Yeah, well, it's sort of a onstage hootenanny. So about 5, 6 artists on stage, constantly rotating group of musicians. We celebrated our 25th anniversary last year at Club Passim. So yeah, that's that's what's coming up.
That's super exciting. Fabulous. Well, I wish you all of the luck with everything that you've got coming up. May you be well supported in holding the space. I know how much energy that can take to put things together, and then you still got to show up and be there and do the whole performing and presence thing. And I'm sure everyone's going to get so much from that. Hopefully, some of the people in this room as well. I personally have a little question just from the comment that came up there of the use of the word crippled in terms of language, because I know in the UK, what's kind of accepted as what's acceptable language is different in different places. And obviously, I've had discussions with friends, a friend who calls herself disabled, and then other people who wouldn't want to use the word disabled or disability in the UK. But she said to me, actually, I want to call myself disabled because society has disabled me by not having the provisions for me to live an able life. So I don't know what the terminology and the language is over there in the US or what is, but yeah, I just am interested, I guess, to learn.
I am
Um,
too, Liz, and I'm
mm,
definitely not an expert. I think, and speaking more broadly, the subject of language and rhetoric is endlessly fascinating. Um, I think we all, yeah, Ask Athens is right. But um, I think there we all need to be open to learning. That's how we move forward. We also need to be bold enough to be willing to make mistakes and learn new things. And I think all of us have to be critical thinkers too. I
yeah,
have had times when I've been told that something, a way that was said, was not inclusive, and many of the times after doing a lot of self-work to learn how to hear things, I've been able to say, yeah, that makes sense. And there's been other times that I've said, yeah, no, I'm not seeing that right now at this time in my life. I think we can't be in a constant state of, if anyone is offended by anything we say, that we can't speak, because then we can't communicate. And we clearly need to be able to speak to each other and not get ourselves tied in knots. It's so much of the racial justice work we do is about making people comfortable with vocabulary and getting past the point of the fear of using words incorrectly. That's the liberal version of avoiding uncomfortableness,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we need to be able to talk and learn, and also sometimes go, yeah, right now I'm not seeing it, but maybe I will down the road. I'll keep working on that.
Yeah. Yeah. And just kind of having the compassion to acknowledge that it's going to hit different people differently, and that whatever kind of reaction is also valid as well, that we learn from actually communicating these things. And I want to just honor Athena speaking up then as well, because I know that takes energy in itself.
Indeed.
As a woman of color, there's been instances where where I haven't spoken, and others where I have, and I know that can take a certain amount of energy and presence and courage as well. So yeah, thank you for that presence to bring that forward and to respond to that as well, Alastair, in the moment. I'm tempted to just say, shall we just sing out with that last song? Just because it's quite a short one, isn't it? Should we just have like a last little chorus together?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Great to see everyone there. I saw Neil has a picture of Tom Prasada-Rao and Greg Greenway, two heroes in our world, both of whom did a lot of work with Reggie Harris and still do. Greg still does. We have a lot of good folks in this scene. I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. I'm gonna tie me up in red strings. I'm gonna tie blue ribbons too. Then I'm gonna climb up in my mailbox. I'm gonna mail myself to you. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap myself in paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you. Let's do that third verse. Take me out of my wrapping paper and wash those stamps off of my head. Fill me full of ice cream sodas. Tuck me in my nice warm bed. Yeah, Lord, 'cause I'm gonna wrap myself in the paper. I'm gonna dab myself with glue. Stick some stamps on top of my head. I'm gonna mail myself to you.
Yeah.
Love, love, love to everyone.
Thank you so much, Alastair. Thank you so much for bringing your lovely songs and energy and all of the things that you're bringing that are coming up. Do not forget to tune into some of these wonderful online events, or you can be there in person as well in Boston with Alastair and friends. So let's see what else is coming up this week. I'm going to hand over to Joe.
Great. Thank you so much, Liz. Thank you so much, Alastair. I think one of my favorite things these days is to be in conversation, musical or otherwise, with Alastair. And I want to shout out Alastair's Substack, which is a place where you can read more about what he's thinking about. It's just so uplifting and Well, okay, some days it's not uplifting, but it's really, it's really thoughtful and it's really helping me. And so we'll find a link and put that in the chat. Also want to thank Liz for great hosting and both of you for getting into conversations that were outside of what we had been thinking about and talking about. And you guys were doing a beautiful job of thinking out loud, and I'm grateful. So we're in a Love, Justice, and Black History Week here, February 9th, which was 2 days ago. We sang with Mumbayachi, who streamed in from Zambia. And it was a really incredibly beautiful day with topics of identity and borders and incarceration. Recommend you go back. He was also an amazing singer. Kim Harris yesterday with her usual amazing teaching mechanisms related to music. Alastair Moock today. Thank you again so much. Matt Watroba coming in out of Michigan tomorrow. Charlie King on Friday the 13th coming in out of Massachusetts. Melanie Demore is joining us for Valentine's Day, singing from California. And we are going to be taking some photos of all of us in Resistance t-shirts that day. So please wear your best Resistance t-shirt on a day of love, because Resistance right now is exactly love. And on Sunday the 15th, we're going to close out our week with a new friend, Gavin Mendonca, coming in out of New York. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. I'm going to turn it back over to Liz for goodbyes. Thanks again, everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. Well, first of all, let's give a big warm thank you to our artist for today, Alastair Moock. Thank you for being with us today, Alastair.
Thank you.
Thank you to Sue, wherever you... Oh, first of all, actually, let's say bye to our live stream. Can we just give them a little wave? We shall see you here, hopefully, tomorrow, same time, same place, Daily Antidote.